Good morning, everybody. It is September 15th, and this is SyncsCom coming back at you with another episode of Why COVID Cancels Communication. Today, we will be talking about family. To begin, I will state that my mother is a child care director at her job Workforce Solutions, and she comes home with a lot more demand and a lot more projects that she now has to take on. A lot more stress for her and her staff members follow that because COVID-19 has demanded a lot more attention with childcare, in particular daycares, schools, anything that pertain to children essentially have now been upped. And I will say that according to the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, about 33% of parents in the United States have to stay home just to take care of their children, and then about 1/6 of those are having difficulty finding childcare for their children. And so my mother is trying to go out and work overtime according to her board, and she's just come home stressed, and we try to be the best family that we can for her. And I will say for my sister, unfortunately, she was so excited to go to school starting this fall, but unfortunately due to COVID, she now has to resort to Zoom calls. And what's unfortunate is that she's in junior high, and I really wanted her to have that exposure and that experience of going to junior high and making friends and kind of understanding how we as a society function, and being exposed more to kids her age and what will come both negatively and positively from those experiences. But nonetheless, I wanted her to have them. But now that everything's been greatly affected by COVID-19, my sister is now home doing just schoolwork, but in the exact same place that she's been all summer long. And that's really heartbreaking for me because I really loved junior high and I loved high school, and I really hope that this doesn't carry on through all that, but only time will tell, and I have faith that everything will look up in the end. My grandparents are, of course, home as well. Nothing too much to do because, COVID-19, they kind of scares them, and they try really hard not to go out and not do anything of that sort, as directed by many. There's a lot of different statistics out there, a lot of different numbers that conflict with different members of my family. And so, some people are a little more loose with it. Some people are a little more, kind of cautious and hold that caveat close to them. So there's, depending on who I'm with, sometimes the mood and the situation or the perception of the situation will change greatly. Fortunately, all my family members, for the most part, still have work, even through COVID. The plumbing still needs to be done. The drains will still stop during COVID. And it's just been really interesting because in the beginning, all we were able to do was really keep in touch with one another through phone call. And we were kind of a little hesitant to see if we would actually be able to attend each other's houses and actually meet face to face that way. And then now that we're able to and kind of feel a little more comfortable with it, it's much more relieving now to come home to a family member, whether it be grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, brothers, sisters, just mothers and fathers. And it's a wonderful thing because you feel closer to your family now that you realize how important they are in these times, because family really motivates my life and really keeps a close tie to me. And there's been a lot of times where families have been shaken up, my family in particular, and I have them, and they're very close to being one of the only things that I have. And so family is very important. And even through COVID, I will still continue to do what I can for them as they do for me. And so I will end this video with hoping that you, viewers out there, or whoever sees this, will take care of your family and will do everything that you can to make sure that they are all right and that they get what they need. And then on that note, I will leave you guys to it, and y'all be safe and take care. This is SyncsCom signing out.